name's Megan and I'm going to be talking about my statistical investigation I recently completed in my Year 7 class. The question I chose to explore was, do boys participate in a larger number of hours of sport and or leisure activity per week than girls? I sourced my data from the Australian Bureau of Statistics, where I chose my sample size of 50 participants. As part of my investigation, I was to create a series of graphs to display my data to then be compared and interpreted to answer my question. First is a dot plot, and this compares the male and female variables regarding how many hours were spent participating in sport per week. The graph shows the most predominant number of hours for each sex. I'll admit, I'm unsure if I've displayed this correctly, as I don't yet have a thorough understanding of using Tinkerplots, which was another program to generate this type of graph. Next is a column graph. I find this very easy to interpret as it clearly compares the number of hours between males and females in the different colours. As you can see, the number of hours from females is much less than males, with the most predominant number of hours for females being 2 per week, in comparison to boys, which varies from 6 to 13 hours most predominantly. The female sector graph I've created displays the percentage of students who participated in the number of hours displayed on the key on the right hand side. We can easily see here that 24% of students participated in 2 hours and 20% 6 hours and so on. For males, this was a little more tricky to interpret, as we can see on the right hand side the number of hours varies much more larger than females and the range was higher, and we can connect the percentages listed on the right however. As this was a little tricky to read, I would suggest the column graph represents the data most appropriately for my investigation, as it's clear and concise. However, the sector graph may be more appropriate if a larger sample size was used, more than 54 I've used in future investigations. From the data, I've calculated the mean, median, mode and range. The mean, or the average amount of hours, was males with 9.4 hours in comparison to females with 5.8 hours. The median or middle number of hours was 6 hours for females in comparison to 9 for males. And the mode or most predominant number of hours was 2 for females in comparison to 2, 6 and 10 for males. Lastly, the range of data was only 13 for females in comparison to 22 for males, which shows how widespread the male data was, as it varied from 2 to 24 hours per week from the participants. From this data, we can answer my question that boys do in fact participate in a larger amount of sport and or leisure activity per week than girls. These results, however, may not be able to be generalised beyond the sample to real life, as a small sample size of 50 may not correctly reflect real life data. Or by using a larger sample size, we would need to explore this to prove it. Therefore, the results accumulated from this investigation should only be used in the context of my investigation. Thank you for looking into my statistical investigation with me. I hope you found it useful.
Created using Powtoon.